Hey course creators, welcome to this video. My name is Rishi. I'm the co-founder of Digital Scholar, which is a digital marketing institute based out of Chennai. We have offline and online presence and have trained more than 30,000 students personally in the last 3 years in different programs like workshop, pre-recorded courses, live courses and so on. And in total, the entire institute has trained more than 100,000 students. Now, if you're watching this video, probably you run an institute yourself, or you have your university, you are a trainer there, or you probably have you're an individual who basically has an academy and you're looking for the best LMS solution, which is nothing but a course creation platform or learning management system. Now you must be thinking, what is the need, what are the features you need as an institute or as a university, and so on. And in this video I'm going to break down what is the importance of LMS, which platform should you be using, and also finally you'll get some amazing offers which you'll not find anywhere on the internet. So first of all, let's understand what is LMS, what is the need for it. And I can tell you, because I run an institute myself and I know the importance of an LMS, and that's the single most important thing that you need as a if you're running an online institute and so on. So first thing is the student's data management, understanding which student has bought how many products, the data on the student, which is their personal details like numbers, email, all of that needs to be maintained, and you can probably maintain that on the LMS itself. The second most important thing is you need to email the students as well. So all the people who are part of your database, you should be able to email directly from the LMS, which makes it easier for your work instead of having a third party email platforms like ActiveCampaign, Mailchimp and so on. Third is assignment reviews. One of the most important aspects and probably the game changer is the assignments that you want to take from your students, and you want to review it, you want to reject it, you want to get it redone and so on. So this is one of the most important features that you should have in an LMS, because it's a true game changer. I personally use this feature for all my courses, especially the live ones, and all the students are supposed to submit their assignments in a dedicated time, and this solves so much of my problem because it's all streamlined, right? All the students are supposed to submit before a date. After a particular date they cannot even submit, and I can reject, I can accept, I can ask for reapproval and so on for the assignments here, and rate them, grade them right across here. So super important feature that you should look for in any LMS. Fourth is Zoom meeting to conduct classes. Now if everything is within one platform, it makes our life easier, right? So imagine having Zoom meeting within the LMS, and rather than paying separately for Zoom outside, which is pretty expensive in itself, you should look for an LMS which gives you Zoom meeting to conduct classes. Fifth is you can assign instructors for a particular course. Now if you're a new university, if you're an institution, if you're a coaching academy, you might have different subjects. Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's take the example of K-12 education classes. Let's say you have a 12th class that you want to teach online, and there are different subjects: maths, science, which is broken down into physics, chemistry, biology, and then you have English as a language. So five subjects, but the point is all the trainers are going to be different for all the five subjects, right? But most important is not to change or not to give the entire LMS credentials to all the trainers, because it's a problem in terms of two things. First, he can understand how many students are actually there in the other classes. He can understand, he can get their data and so on. So it's like a data privacy breach that you would want to avoid. So it's very important that you can assign instructors for a particular course where they can only see the data of the course which they are assigned to. So if a math trainer comes into picture, he can only see math classes, but you might have thousands of other classes going on, thousands of different students in the program. So instead of sharing the entire password, which is a data breach for you, which might be a lot of problems for you, because if that trainer goes rogue, he might delete your entire videos and so on. So you can only assign instructors to a particular course. Very important feature. And the sixth one is hosting courses, quizzes and surveys. One of the important aspects you should look at is the bandwidth with which it can hold. So number of students it can have in a program, or in a class. Second is the number of videos you can upload, what is the maximum size of the videos, and all of that plays a crucial role, right? So you should be looking for that as well. And does it hold quizzes, does it hold surveys? Very important is the graded quiz, right? There are some platforms where you can invite the set of students to take an examination only at a particular time and date of the day. For example, if you say 12 p.m. on a Sunday, you are supposed to take up this exam for 1 hour. Exactly at that time, the portal opens, and the students are can only take within that 1 hour, right? So that's an amazing aspect. Again, depends on your use case, but it's super important to have those features as well as part of your LMS. Seventh is gamification for more participation. So if you gamify the whole concept, where you say that, let's say you complete these many modules, or if you complete 75 percentage of your videos, you get like 75 percentage off in the next course. Or if you make them buy one course for, let's say, 500 rupees, you can tokenize it, and you can say you get back like cashback like 50 bucks or 100 bucks, which you can use for other courses, so that they stick on to your university and they buy different programs from you. So gamification is one of the important factors, because these are students, and there are a lot of noises on the internet where students has a lot of choices, right? So if you want to create an ecosystem, you make sure you gamify the whole process so that they stick on in the within the ecosystem. Number 8 is the course progress and updates. So this is an important, where you can understand how is the course progressing and what are the updates related to it. So what is course progress? It's nothing but it's understanding that, let's say there's a student named as Y, and he basically goes and he's seen like 60 percentage of the videos, and within those you can even understand which video he has watched how much for, right? So in cases of disputes, in the cases of problems, in the case if you want to go and approach the student, you can always say that you have seen only this bit of it, you should probably watch it again, and probably go down the line, right? So you have like proper data on students, and that's the most important things you should be looking at in any LMS, right? Now let's move on, and let me tell you the platforms that I've used overall in my entire lifetime of online teaching, which is almost past 4 years. I've been exploring so many tools, uh, been exploring all the latest tools, so that I can always give the best experience for my students. I've used Udemy, I've used Teachable, I've used Graphy, I've used Podia, Gurukan, Kajabi, Thinkific, Zenler, right? So I've used all these platforms, and when I say all these platforms, I have done like on a very top level, which is 20,000 students, 30,000 students. So I can understand the platform's rigidity in terms of, on a very big scale. So for me, after using all of this, if you're looking for the best LMS which is cost effective for your institute or for your university or for your coaching academy, right, you have this recommendation from me, which is going to be Graphy. So Graphy is the platform which is owned by Unacademy, and Unacademy is the unicorn of the country, and they are doing pretty amazing in terms of the feature launches and some really really cool features up there. So let's understand the feature set of Graphy first. I'll break down the pricing structure for you, and then probably I'm going to explain you some deeper insights on the Graphy up here. So when I go for the Graphy by Unacademy, you can see here it's on graphy.com. Let's go directly jump into the pricing section. So they basically have monthly as well as annual plans, and they're probably going to be launching another plan here pretty soon, which I'm not supposed to be revealing, but you will see another plan coming up soon. So you can think of those plans as well. Now let me explain to you what is the monthly plan here. And here you can see in the monthly plan you have like the basic plan, which is for 3,499 per month. And let's understand all the feature sets. Before I tell anything, they have annual plan as well, which is much cheaper, and there's exclusive 20% discount coupon that is available at the bottom of this video, which you can make use of, and this entire cost comes down to almost 20% if you pay annually, which is a great deal. And you will not find this deal anywhere on the internet. Right, so let me explain to you the monthly plan here. So in the basic plan, you get all the core features, which is nothing but setting up your videos. You have aspects about, setting up your ebooks, audio files, quizzes, surveys, all of those are basically considered as a core feature which should be part of any LMS, right? So all core features are available. Unlimited courses, which means you can host 1000, 2000, 3000 courses, it doesn't matter, just go for it. Then you have unlimited videos and storage, which is pretty amazing for you, because you can store unlimited data over here, right? So there's no limit to it, there's no bandwidth issues, there's no limitation whatsoever, and it's the perfect solution up there. Then you have one admin account, which is where you can just handle everything under one roof. You have custom payment gateway, so all the Indian and international payment gateway are available, right? From, you have Stripe, you have PayPal for international payments, and for local Indian payment gateways you have Razorpay, you have Instamojo, you have Paytm, and all of that is available up here. Most important feature is live classes with 300 users. Now this is the feature which basically saves you tons of money, because if you go for 300 users live class on Zoom, right, you will at least end up paying no less than 4 to 5k separately for the Zoom itself. For 300 people with webinar and meeting, you can actually go and check that you will end up paying at least 4 to 5k. I'll show you now. I am in the Zoom webinar. You can see the Zoom meetings basically cost you about $15, which is 100 participants, not 300 but 100, which means you'll have to end up paying more. For Zoom webinar, the minimum is 500 and the license that you need to pay is $79 a month, right? So they don't have 300 option, they have directly $79. So let me show you how much you end up paying any which way. So 79 you end up paying, which is 6,000 rupees for just getting the webinar option for 500 people. And if you go for their basic plan, which you should have, right, which is for Zoom meetings, you will pay $15 minimum for your 100 participants, and 300 is pretty much higher, I guess. So again, no less than 7 to 10,000 rupees you end up paying for Zoom subscription itself, and Graphy gives you this for free of cost along with this plan. So think about it, it's actually coming for free. If you go for buying this instead of buying this platform, it's much more cheaper. Now what are the important aspects? You can have one concurrent class at a time, which means, see, when I compare with the business plan, which is two concurrent live classes with 500 users, it means you can have two different classes going at the same time. But there is no limitation on the amount of time you can use. For example, you have classes for the entire 30 days of the month, and it starts from morning 9 o'clock to evening 9 o'clock. You can have this open with 300 people at all the time. So 12 hours you can run the classes if you want to for all the 30 days. There's no limitation, but you can have only one class. But two concurrent classes is, you, it's like two Zoom accounts going parallelly for you. One class you're hosting maths class and the other English, and it's going on parallelly and so on. So here you get for one, but here you get for two concurrent live classes, and even higher you end up paying three concurrent live classes with 500 users, again like a super cheap deal for even 20k a month. Because let's face it, right, it's almost just $349 a month. It's super cheap, and you can go do your Zoom calculation, it's gonna come in much higher any which way. All right, then on the website you get a website from them, right? But there's it's not white labeled branded website, so you will have powered by Graphy at the bottom somewhere. So here something like this you'll find on your website. That's a little limitation there. Next is email and phone support. Their support system is really good. You can like book demo calls with them and the support will get in touch with you. You have custom domain, which means if you want to have details like training.digitalscholar.in and all of that, you will have custom domain up there. You have basic integrations. You can integrate Google, Facebook, Vimeo, YouTube, and all of this mobile verification, all of that is possible. You have Zapier, Pabbly integration, and common Android or iOS app. So they have this common app which you can download Graphy, and make use of those application. Now the only thing over here is they have 10,000 active learners, which means at any point of time you can have 10,000 members enrolled in your classes. So that's the limitation in terms of active learners. 10,000 is still quite a huge number. If you're getting paid participants, that's more than enough, I believe so, right? Next is the next high level plan, which is the pro plan, available at 7k per month. And here you can see the big difference is live classes with 500 users. Then you have 20,000 active learners, and that's the big two difference. And the third one is white label website. On the third plan you have business plan, where you pay 12k a month. Here you get 6 admin accounts, 2 concurrent live classes, big difference, white labeled app, and white labeled Android app, common iOS app, and so on. White labeled Android app, which means you can have an application with your name. You can call it as digital scholar, whatever the name is, and people have to download from the app store with your name, and there is no branding of Graphy anywhere. Super amazing feature. And of course you have to pay one time cost of setting up and getting those API and stuff for the application, but apart from this you don't end up paying anything else. You only pay this fee, which is what you see on the screen. And finally, in the advanced plan you get 3 concurrent live classes, 100,000 active learners, which is huge. You have country specific pricing, which is fine, but most importantly, white labeled iOS app, white labeled Android app, and this is the big difference up here. Right, so you can see this blog, which is on Digital Scholar as well, Pay by Graphy. So Graphy basically, and here is where you can see the code as well. So if you use this code, you get like 20% off on the annual plan. And you're not gonna get this anywhere. Just click on Get Started, and let's say I given any name for dummy reasons. Let's say I create a different account altogether, and mobile number, let me put on my office number, and let's confirm up here. Okay, so this is done. It's asking pick a name for your online academy. Let's call it as Digital Scholar Test Mode. I am a teacher. What our course is about, you can just fill. This is just database collection. It's not gonna create any great stuff. I mean, just click on submit and move on, right? Once you are inside, here is where you can upgrade your account. So let's go to your account. Let's go to settings, and at the bottom is when you click on upgrade, there is the plan here. So I thought it was earlier here, but on the upgrade section you have clear cut button here. Click on the yearly plan. Let's say the basic plan comes up to this, but if you click on the upgrade, and if you apply the coupon, you basically get like 7,000 rupees off, right? It's huge. Like, look at the amount of saving you get just for 30k a year. You have a full-fledged LMS academy for you. Not just this, for every plan, in fact for advanced plan as well. If you're a huge institute, if you're a huge university, if you want to go for this plan, just click on apply coupon as well, and you can see this, that you get like a 43,000 rupees, or 44 in fact for that matter. Huge savings. You're not going to find this anywhere on the internet. And do make sure you use my link at the bottom, which is rishi.store/graphy, and then use this coupon code, because that's when you'll be able to claim the discounts up here. So rishi.store/graphy, that's when you end up signing up for your account, and then you apply this coupon code. You will have better you will definitely get the offer up there. All right, now I'm just going to quickly show you how to get started, and I'm going to show you some really cool stuff what Graphy has to offer, and how is it different from other players in the market. Now we're just getting started. You can add your logo and all of that here. right? Now let me click on the create course. When I click on here, I can name the course as, let's say, mathematics for 12th standard. The instructor name is, let's say, Rakesh Jain. Just some dummy values up here. Okay, now here in this case I can add a course cover to just make the course look good. Second is add a new chapter. Now here is where I can add a heading which says module 1 mathematics basics 101. Okay, I click on submit. You can see it looks like it's the module name, and then chapter 1 I can create like a text, and I can say why learn maths. That's my first lesson. Okay, now in this lesson you can see it's basically a text based lesson, right? So that's why I chose the text based lesson. And you can type in text whatever you want and make changes up here, create bold and so on and so forth. Okay, then you add chapter item, which is going to be a video. Okay, now here is where you can upload a video, and let me select some videos up here. So these are like really heavy videos. Let me pick, okay, this is just a 8-second video, 8 MB video. Now here's the thing, you can upload a video from your files, you can embed it from YouTube, you can get it from Vimeo, which is a private hosting solution. Sprout Video is there. You can even use a link, and then some embed codes of the tools like Vadu TV, SendSpark, and all of these platforms. Or directly import from Google Drive as well, which is pretty awesome, right? Now they have a video here, which is how to compress your videos using Handbrake. I also have a video where you can break down your videos by 1/10. Okay, which means if you have like a 100 MB file, it can just be 10 MB without losing clarity and stuff. So you can do that with Handbrake. Anyway, I click on upload, and we will wait for this to upload and optimize, and you're gonna see how it appears and so on. Okay, let me continue until then. So you can add like PDF, you can upload video, you can do audio, you can do SCOM, which is nothing but you basically can have different channels in terms of, let's say, gamification, and all of this can be moved up here. Or if you want to go from one LMS to another LMS, you can use certain features up here, and you can basically move the entire platform. So SCOM features is basically used for gamification and stuff. Now next is files, where you can add any type of file where people can download. That's about uploading the new items. And now there are other features like this, which is quiz. You can create a quiz over here, you can create a live test. So if you remember, I told you at first, where at a particular time of the day, or at a particular time of the date, or so on, you can actually understand who is your students can take the test, and leadership board is visible to learners after result declaration, which means it's pretty awesome, where all the students can come into picture and they can write the exam, and you have like a clear cut leader up there. You have then live class, which is where the Zoom comes into picture. Okay, I'm going to explain this more. And then you have assignment section, where you can use it, or for your students to fill the assignment. So let me show you this quickly. Submit assignment 1. So I'm talking about this. I can just create some tags which says PDF files or something like that. Here you can see students can upload, yeah, so basically they can just submit their assignments here. Let me show you how, and how it's gonna look like. So I'm making this as a freebie ad, and let me show you how the assignment looks like. So students see this. So you can see the free option, it's loading, and we are inside. So here, when a student sees submit assignment 1, they can understand what is the assignment. You can put in the instructions here and they can choose the file and they can upload things up here. So I'm just explaining this very quickly, but you can create like a beautiful looking UI and you can tell students what to do exactly in step by step, and you can just even add notes if you want, and they click on submit assignment, which is pretty awesome. Now the video is uploaded. My name is Rishi. I'm the co-founder of Rishi. You can see Scholar, and after having almost 200,000 email subscribers and overworked on 6+ tools, I've launched a course in a structured way where in 6. So you can see the video is in the reels format. It's an advertisement which I created. So obviously you're gonna have in the HD videos and stuff which is proper rectangle shaped, but this is like an advertisement that I created, so you can see the size is different here. But the point is you can upload size of any size video and so on, right? This is how it looks ultimately. So this was few aspects. Let me show you some other aspects here, which is going to be about, yeah. So you go back to course builder here, and here you can add another chapter. So we have seen assignments. I think I've explained about live test. Let's do live class, which is nothing but having your Zoom embedded inside this. Now there are two plans up here. One is live class and one is live webinar. The live class is nothing but, it's basically, that's where your students who are part of your courses can only come into picture. So if they're not the course, and I mean they're not enrolled into the courses, they're not allowed to enter the Zoom call. That's the whole point of live class. Live webinar could be like a promotional webinar as well. So if you want to do promotions, anybody and anyone can come inside this platform here, right? Makes sense. So now let's say you have live class here. I click on this and I title it as maths class session 1, available from, on which day is going to happen. Is it on 12th Saturday at about 4 p.m. Click on submit. Then you have pre-class message. Do this before you come to the class. Then you have post-class message. Thank you for joining. This is the homework. So this is what students will see on the dashboards. Show recording if available to learner. Yes, if you want to show the recording, great, you should. Then you can notify users on the class start. So here itself, you can add email reminders and click on add, and you can send emails before 15 minutes. The class starts. You can view the content. You can, instruct and so on from here itself. So Graphy will send the emails. You can add more emails. You can even remind one day before and so on, right? And choose how your learners will join. So they will join from the Zoom app. You click on save, and so same notification time font for campaign type email. So basically this has to be changed. So I'm going to do, let's say 30 minutes ago. All right, click on save, and yeah, these are save changes over here. Now here is where I can just click on launch, and you'll notice yeah, this will basically start working. So there you go, right? So basically it's asking me to upgrade, where I was just creating from the dummy account, but in my real account I can actually open up the Zoom and so on. All right, so this is one awesome feature set about setting up your courses, and this is just the start, where this is just few set of features. Apart from this, if I go inside the marketing side of things, here you can pick out promo codes, which is nothing but discount coupons for your courses. You have wallets and credits, so you can create your own coin name. For example, if your university is, let's say, VIT, so I can give like VIT coins, and whatever they buy at, let's say, course level, let's say 10% of the course payable price. So if they're buying 1,000 rupees course, they get 100 rupees over here, right? So maximum credits they can get is, let's say, 500. So imagine that you can, really gamify like this, where they're buying something and you are just giving some coins for them to reuse on other courses and so on. So these are some really cool features of Graphy, and all other details, all of the videos are available at the bottom of this video. You should try it out, and do subscribe to this channel because I'm going to be launching another video where I explain some other cool hacks of Graphy as well. I hope you loved it. Make sure you claim those 20% discount that is available nowhere on the internet, and I hope you make awesome learning and awesome learning experience for your students via this platform. See you in the next one.